Hey there, my friends. It is Saturday, and I've got books. Katie set the theme, and we're supposed to talk about books. So right now, in my life, fresh out of school, I still feel like I kind of have had the reading beaten out of me a little bit. I hate that. I hate that about being forced to read books that I'm not interested in, because it made me feel like it wasn't worth the time for a while, I guess. I don't know. But I'd like to get back into reading. I wanted to share 2 books with you. Well, one of them is 7 books. The first one, beautiful, wonderful for children and adults of all ages, is The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. If you haven't ever read these, I highly recommend them. They're marketed as children's stories, but the depth of the story is such that you don't have to be a child to enjoy them. They're wonderful books. There are 7 of them. They're all fantastic, but the most famous one is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which probably is my favorite, actually. At home, the one that my mother read to me as a bedtime story has these gorgeous, like, hand-drawn color illustrations with just one of the most beautiful books I've ever seen. So, Chronicles of Narnia. The other book I wanted to share is called Gwyna. This one used to be a library book, and I checked this out I don't even know how many times when I was a kid at the library. I just read it over and over and over, to the point where the library had water damage on some books. You can kind of see the pages are all wobbly. So when this one was damaged and they didn't want to have it on the shelf anymore, they called my mother and said, "You guys have checked this book out so often, do you want it?" And I said, "Yes." But it's one of those books with, like, the most beautiful illustrations. Like, how can you not love a book that looks like that? It's the story of the mother and father who you just saw couldn't have a child, and they came to this old witch woman and asked for a child, and she said, "Yes, but you must give her to me on her 16th birthday." And they had Gwyna, and Gwyna had wings, and they frightened her mother, so they bound her wings. She didn't know that she had them, but she gets called into the forest and by the owls, so she follows the owl into the forest and meets the old witch owl lady, who teaches her that she has wings, and she learns to fly. And I'm going to stop there because this is going to get long, but it's just, I mean, look at that. Really beautiful book with a beautiful story. I love this book, you guys. I've had another super busy week at work, so I don't have a lot of my own stuff to talk about. But I want to share, I've been working on a costume plan a little bit. My costume is super, super old, and kind of thinking about fixing up the unitard and wig. So I've just been planning a little bit. Ignore these legs. I haven't finished them yet. Maybe sometime within the next couple months I will finalize a design that somehow magically makes me look tall and magically makes me look like I have long legs. Maybe you can see from far away. This is drawn from a picture of me. My legs are super short. So the goal is to make me look tall and curvier and slim. We'll see. You know what? We had a challenge a while back to do your whole blog in a foreign language. And if you don't know any languages well enough to shuffle your way through a vlog, make something up and close caption it so that we can tell what's going on. I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Okay. 3. Wednesday, Rossi. Rossi, you've been learning German. I don't know if you want to do that or try something else. But yes, do your whole blog in a foreign language. Woo! Oh, I wanted to say, Mooney, your Rumple teaser tail, I really like it. It looks soft despite not being frayed at all. Sometimes the sport weight yarns look really coarse, but whatever you're using looks really nice. And I really like the grays, and it just looks soft and fluffy and really appropriate to the style of unitard that you're going to paint. So that's very exciting. Rossi, you said that painting unitards flat is becoming a fad. That sounds so weird to me because before, like a year or two ago, nobody had mannequins. Everything was painted flat. I've never owned a mannequin, so I've never painted a unitard anything but flat. So it's weird to have it be a fad. I think you mean it being a fad as far as constructing a unitard from scratch and being able to paint the whole thing flat. Because I think that's what people get scared of. They get scared of having to paint when it's already sewn up and try and figure out how to manipulate the costume so that they can get all the angles they need and make sure it looks right. Except that that's all I've ever done, so that's all I know how to do. So, I don't know, just interesting, weird to hear it be called a fad, because that's all there was for years and years and years. Like, mannequins are expensive. I'm sure everyone who's bought one realizes that. I'm not spending money on that. I'm going to keep painting flat, regardless of whether or not it's a fad. But yeah, painting flat is cool. You guys, mannequins aren't the only way. Okay, I gotta go now. Have a good weekend, everybody, and cheers, and everyone should watch Doctor Who. It's amazing. I am almost at 10 minutes of footage. Let's see if I can edit this down. At least I know whatever I do, it'll be shorter than Rossi's video. I only say that because I really love you, but you know that already.